Welcome, everybody. It's Jeff Ross here, bouncing in from your screen down here in Tasmania, Australia. And it's my absolute pleasure to be able to host tonight's call here with my good friend Josh Phelps, who I'm going to get over here and present in just a second. But before I do, I just want to give you a bit of background, a bit of sort of vision, if you will, of what we're doing here together. You know, start the year off out the bang, January 3rd. Josh comes to me and says, Jeff, this is what we're going to go do and create a passive income stream for our community. And I've got to introduce you to this thing called Aurum. It's an AI trading bot. It trades on the crypto markets. When the crypto markets go up, we win. When the crypto markets go down, we still win. And it's leveraging compounding, the compounding effect that Albert Einstein talks about as the eighth wonder of the world. So if you ever heard of Warren Buffett, he talks about you've got to make your money work for you while you're asleep until you die. If you don't, you'll die. You know, I can get my tongue back in my mouth. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. There you go. Got to get it out and slow down sometimes. So, guys, welcome to the Aurum Opportunity Call. It's my absolute pleasure to bring up Mr. Joshua Phelps, who is the CEO of another amazing affiliate marketing company. And you're going to hear about what we're really excited about here today when it comes to our AI trading bot here with Aurum. Over to you, Mr. Josh Phelps.
Amazing. Jeff, thanks so much. And everyone, welcome out to this call. Whether you're watching with us live or you are here and watching the recording after this has happened live, I want to show you tonight the Aurum platform. I think this platform is one of the most revolutionary platforms for anybody that wants to be in a position that you can begin to compound your money on a daily basis and put yourself in a position to finally be on the right track of wealth. Like Warren Buffett said just a few minutes ago that we saw, if you do not find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die. And what we want to do is we want to put you in a position that you can truly begin to have freedom in your life. And freedom consists of the ability to actually create wealth. Before I share any more, I do want to give this disclaimer that we are not financial advisors. We are not giving financial advice. Any investment that you make or any financial decision that you make, you should do your due diligence. And I'm excited to show you who is behind this platform, created it, the longevity of it, the track record, and what you have the ability to be a part of here in Aurum. Mr. Brian Benson is the Aurum Foundation CEO. This gentleman has a track record like very few people in the blockchain, in the artificial intelligence space. If you go and research Brian Benson, what you will find is if you've ever heard of this company called Binance, he was one of the key players in launching Binance as they went to being a billion-dollar company within 6 months. Brian was responsible for launching all of Latin America. And on that billion-dollar run, the fastest growing billion-dollar fintech company in the world at that time, he was responsible for over 20% of it coming from Latin America. So I want you to do your due diligence. You can go and research Mr. Brian Benson, type in Binance. You can see his track record. He worked with Morgan Stanley. Then he went with Binance. And, you know, Brian had a bigger desire than just being a part of a platform. He wanted to truly bring what has only been available to the big hedge funds, the big banks, the wealthy, and give access to the little person or give access to an individual, a family, someone that wanted to actually be able to have the same advantage the banks have been utilizing with our own money. Maybe you've never heard this, but I want to give you a little bit of a secret that most people don't know. The money that you have sitting in the bank is not just holding it for you because they're kind and they want to hold your money. The banks are taking your money and they are multiplying it in the financial markets. And crazy enough, there was actually a bank recently that tried to purchase the same technology that you're going to get access to from Aurum Foundation for over $100 million. So I want you to think about that as we move forward. You can also find tons of powerful information about Mr. Brian Benson when you're doing your research. One of the things about him is he's also recognized by the Forbes Finance Council. And I'm not talking about they just wrote an article about him. He actually speaks on behalf of Forbes and does different interviews, different articles about what's happening in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space. And that's something that is extremely special. And also the credentials are just absolutely powerful. Few things that I'll show you before diving deep into this technology and what's possible. Aurum also has a partnership with Visa, where anything that you make, you can utilize the Aurum card as well. But I want you to see this. Mr. Brian Benson speaks all over the world in so many of these massive financial and blockchain technology conferences. One of the most recent that he did was in Singapore. Over 25,000 people were there, and they paid over $1,000 to get in the door. And you see him speaking alongside some of the biggest companies and names in the blockchain and cryptocurrency space, bringing a lot of validity to what we're doing. He's not someone just hiding in a basement, not accessible, not publicly recognized. He's someone that is out in the public all the time, speaking on the biggest stages, which gives us a lot of comfort with him being the one that's leading the way in the charge of Aurum Foundation. Now, a couple different things that you're going to have access to here within this platform. One of them being liquidity staking. Right now in the cryptocurrency markets, we know that there's a lot of volatility in the markets, but one of the things that you can do here in this platform, if you have any of these cryptos that you see on the screen right now, Bitcoin, Ripple, USDT, you name it, you're going to have the ability to stake your crypto and make anywhere from 17 to 20+% annually on it. But that's not why we are so excited. It's much bigger than that. But before I show you the technology and the track record, I want you to hear this quick message from our CEO, Mr. Brian Benson.
We're on a mission to create 1,000 millionaires that don't have $1 million today. So if we can come up with a system whereby there's hundreds of thousands of people in there, but 1,000 of these people turn into millionaires, then those assets are inside of our platform. That turns us into a unicorn right away. And so that's really the goal that I have as an executive at the company, is how do we get people that don't have $1 million today to get them to $1 million through saving, through yield-bearing assets, through compounding interest, through a lot of these things that have been around for a long time, but that not everyone in the world uses. And these are tools that are super important to get us there. So that's how we're measuring it internally, is if we can get to the point where we have 1,000 people that have become millionaires through our system and through working with our products, then that gets us really close to the unicorn valuation. And we want to be a fintech unicorn. I think Binance was the fastest fintech unicorn ever in the history. I think it took less than 6 months. We used to have a slide about that in our pitch deck. So I'm pretty sure I've done this before. I've been involved in one of the fastest growing fintech unicorns in the world. And I think what we have at Aurum is actually very similar to when I started at Binance.
Now, what I want to do after you've just heard this message from our CEO, the vision here is to create 1,000 millionaires over the next several years. And this is something that in most situations, it's usually not very likely, and oftentimes it's not very possible. With what you have here, this changes the game for everybody that's involved. This is one of the most affordable platforms I've ever seen in this space. It's $19.99 for the entire year for you to get access to technology that the bank was ready to pay and tried to pay $100 million so they could keep it from them and keep it from the masses. But one thing that we believe is in everybody truly having an equal opportunity. And oftentimes in our society, I think we all could agree that that is not the case. So with this platform that you have the ability to be a part of here for one of the most affordable prices you've ever seen in your life, this is something that you should not let pass by you without really taking a hard look at it. And dare I say, making sure that you're a part of what we're doing. Now, this XAI bot, this is what we are all so excited about. Since Q1 of 2023, this software has grown over 538% return since its inception. It's never had a losing day. It's never had a losing month. And every single person that is connected to it has made money every single day. Obviously, we have to give the disclaimer that there is risk involved in trading, and any financial decision comes along with some level of risk. But the track record of this is absolutely incredible. And I want to highlight even in depth what you're looking at based off of what you put in. The crazy part about this is someone can get started for the $19.99 a year and only $100 going into their account. That is the minimum that can be deposited, or you can put significantly more in there based off of where you are financially in your life. If you're at a place right now that you don't have a lot of cash flow, that's okay. You can start to get in the game and you can start working your way up. One thing that I do want to make very clear, it is not possible to simply save yourself to wealth. In order to get wealthy, in order to truly build a legacy that you can leave for your family financially, you need to put your money to work for you. This is why Albert Einstein said compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. You can either let the banks make money off of your money, or you can be in a situation that you start doing the same thing, but instead of it being their profit, now it becomes yours. So from $100 to $249, you're looking at making around 10.49% per month. From $249 to $999, you're looking at making around 11.37% per month. At $1,000 to $24.99, you're looking at 12.124% per month. And you can see how the numbers increase based off of what you deposit. Now, there's two things that I want to highlight here. You can either add more in your account and it will go to the next level, or as your account accumulates more profit, you're in a position that you're able to now be at this higher percentage based off of what is in your account size. Okay, so you can top it up, or as the profits accumulate and you naturally grow to the next level, your account now begins to make that much. Now, I do want to highlight the importance of this. This is a 12-month plan that you are contributing to and you are participating in. You can take your money out on the first. You can take your money out on the 1st, the 10th, and the 20th, but I do want you to see this. When you put your money in this, this is a year commitment. If you do pull it out early, you are subject to a 35% early redemption fee. Now, with that being said, within 3 months to 4 months of your software running, you're in a position that even if you did have to pull your money out, you should still be at least at a profitable point. But again, guys, have this be something that's growing for you. You have two options. Every day you can take the daily profits, or you can let them continue to compound, and that's where your money's going to really get to working for you and grow. Every day your money compounds. The next day that account grows, it's growing at the new capital amount with the compound interest included in it. Okay? So super powerful. And those that put anywhere from 10,000, 25,000, 50,000, you see how it increases at the amount that you have in deposits. Now, I want to show you the track record from 2025. In January, we did around 15.93%. February, over 17%. Same with March, April, May. June did 16%. July, all the way up until December, we see over 17% per month. Guys, this is daily compounding interest. This is absolutely game-changing. So one thing that I can tell you wholeheartedly is this is how you put yourself on the path to creating wealth. You don't have to share this opportunity with anybody, and you can sit here and grow your money. And what's powerful about this is the track record is so real. Since 2023 quarter one, this has given us amazing, amazing results. But I want to show you specific accounts. I'm going to show you a $500 account right now and a $10,000 account, so you can see what this looks like practically based off what you can put in it, or if you can put in even more. Now, from April 17th to September 17th, this is an account that we started with $500. You can see the date on the bottom showing September. And I want you to see this. From April 17th to September 17th, this $500 account became $882, profiting $389. Now, you may say, Josh, $389 doesn't sound like a lot of money. But I think we all would agree 76.4% growth in that time period is absolutely astronomical, especially compared to what the banks are paying. But now let's take it a step further. Let's look at what a $10,000 account looks like. And what I want you to do is I want you to track right here. Right next to this red circle, you will see the last 4 digits of this account, 1972. So this account started in April, okay? From April to May 16th, the account grew 23%. It went from $10,000 to now $12,360, growing over $2,300 within a 5-week period of time. Going in the next 10 weeks, or going in now 10 weeks, I want you to see this 55% growth. A $10,000 account in 10 weeks. Now it's sitting at $15,500 and some change. Over $5,500 in growth in 10 weeks. But let's keep going. April 10th to July 10th, now that account has grown 74%. Let's keep going. 16 weeks, 4 short months. This account went from $10,000 to over $20,000 in 16 weeks. The account has doubled. Now, I want you to see that button that says reinvest. Okay, you'll see it on all 4 of these pictures here that's listed. Reinvest is the toggle that you make sure that your money is compounding on a daily basis, or if you so desire, you can take out your profits every day and there is no penalty whatsoever for doing that. All right, but I want you to make sure to look on every single one of these: 1972, 1972, 1972, 1972, the same exact account. But let's take it a step further. That's August 10th. What happened going into the end of the year in 2025? This same account, 1972, and over here, December 10th, this account went from $10,000 to over $39,000. I don't know about you, but I've never seen $10,000 sitting in the bank and ever have any type of significant growth, especially not a 4 times growth. This account's made over $29,000 from April to December. And you can tell that we got excited about it, and now we have more accounts growing. And we added several different bots. Why? Because we wanted to see this grow. Now, one thing that I want you to see here is you'll see that 3 of these have the reinvest button on. But you will notice that one of the accounts sitting at $25,000 does not have the reinvest on, and you may ask yourself why. Every single day, this is one of the accounts used in order to pay bills every single month. Imagine a $25,000 account that grew 15%. I think all of us would agree that that would be amazing to help contribute to our bills. So we have some accounts that are compounding. We're using some accounts to being able to pay the expenses on a monthly basis. It's your money, you're in control of it, and you can do what you desire to do with it. Okay, this is something that's extremely significant. The Android app is already live. We are soon going to be on iOS with our Aurum Neobank platform that we have built out for you to being able to track all of these details. But we want to give you the power to being able to win. We just had our Aurum global launch in Dubai, and it was absolutely phenomenal. People came from all around the world because they are excited about what's happening in this platform, and having someone like Mr. Brian Benson, who's at the head of this platform, truly leading us down a path of tremendous success. All right. With that being said, I want to bring up my partner, Mr. Jeff Ross. What he's going to share with you right now is the Aurum Partner Program. You can just be a customer and you can make money all day long without sharing this with one person. But one thing that I believe, and I'm sure Jeff is going to share more about in just a second, people all around the world are looking for an opportunity to truly get into a place of being financially free. And outside of just compounding your money alone, who agrees if you find a gold mine, you don't have to be selfish about it if other people can have the same experience and it helps you, it doesn't take from you. So with that being said, Jeff, I'm going to pass this call back to you. I appreciate everything you do. Congratulations on your success as well within this platform in the first several weeks of doing this. And the whole team is winning. Anybody that's active is making money every day. So Jeff, over to you, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Josh. And I love the fact that even without the partner program, this product stands on its own legs, and you can go ahead and win pretty big, as Josh showed you just right now. Better than the banks, that's for sure. And I know where the smart and the wealthy people are starting to play, and it's over in this space. You know, as Robert Kiyosaki talks about in the Investor Square, this gives us that space where the wealthy are starting to play, and you can get in where you fit in. Like, you can get in as little as $100, but, you know, putting your money to work for you at that $10,000 level, you know, and above is where it gets really quite interesting. But as Josh talked about, right, when we find something that we love, I actually feel it's like an injustice if we don't at the very least share that with the people that we have around us. You know, our loved ones, our community, our influence. You know, we're talking about influencer style marketing, affiliate style marketing here now as we go into this partner program conversation. You know, big businesses are now starting to realize the power of affiliate marketing. You watch companies in Asia at the moment, they're starting to shift their marketing budget, their spend from print media, from billboards and offline media over to this influencer affiliate marketing space. Now, I'm not talking about putting into the time and energy and effort into people like Mr. Beast or Kim Kardashian. Now, I'm talking about mum and pop shops like you and I. Why? Because our world is starving for trust right now. And trust is where we get, you know, the closest people to us. We go through that recommendation conversation. So let me dive in here and talk to you about our Aurum partner program here, and you know, walk you through why I'm so excited about this, because this is one of the simplest ways I've seen people to win since I've been doing this since 2009. If you've got a mouth, if you've got some passion and you've got a heartbeat and you want your people to win, you need to at least show them what's possible with our Aurum AI trading bot here. And, you know, go through like the presentation Josh just shared with you, talk about the product itself. And for those of us who want to leverage this side of the conversation, you can. However, with the way that we're building this community with our 3x3 strategy that I'll unpack in a second, you can come in early and get positioned with us now and still win. You could probably still hit that Voyager rank without putting one person in. I know my friend Trish just did this the other day. She got in early as I jumped in, got herself on the best position on our team, you know, and we started building it, you know, underneath her. She hasn't even put one person in yet, and she just ranked up to Voyager just last week. You know, what you need to hit Voyager is you need, at the very least, you need $7,500 trading volume underneath your position with people who are building this with you as you go. That'll give you a $100 bonus. You need to make sure you've got at least $100 contributed into the bot to unlock that promotion. And now you're starting to receive 5% from your direct sales and 5% from the team profit. And as we build this, we start to see these daily profit margins increase. You know, just recently I hit the level of Vanguard Pro, and we've had people hit the level of Vanguard within their first week. And sorry, let me just make sure I got the right slide up here. All right, so we've got people who had just hit Vanguard. Now, there are some requirements as you rank up here in the different levels, so you need to make sure you've got at least 3 legs building underneath you to go all the way to the top of the comp plan. But to hit Vanguard, you need to make sure you've helped at least 2 Voyagers in 2 separate legs, and make sure that you've got 25,000 trading volume underneath you, and then that'll unlock the Vanguard position for you. See what happens. Okay, let's talk about trading volume. So trading volume is the trading volume. That's the total amount underneath you for every dollar. That's the trading volume. The qualified level volume here is basically 40 cents in the dollar goes to the qualified level volume here, as you can see on the bottom of this slide here. So the qualified volume here is 10,000. The trading volume is 25,000. You've got 2 Voyagers that you've helped also to level up, you know, to hit the Vanguard position. You've just unlocked a $300 bonus. Sorry, a $500 bonus. You've got $300 in that already contributed. But this is where it gets really, really interesting. You know, I'm sitting here on Vanguard Pro just the other day. So that means I've got 25,000 level volume qualified. You know, I got a $1,000 bonus, and these bonuses, they are paid instantly straight into your account. You can withdraw them into your, your normal crypto exchange and then put them into your bank account on the same day, which is I've done several times now. And, the fact that we can have instant payouts and not have to wait a week or a month for commissions to come through is very, very exciting as well. So, what I find the most exciting here at the moment is this team profit share. So at Vanguard Pro at the moment, anywhere from 10% probably down to, 2%, depending on how many levels deep you go, you're starting to see the daily team profit share get put up towards the upline and above, and away we go. Currently, I'm sitting on around about $200 to $300 a day alone just from the rewards from the partner program. I've been in this 2 weeks. I started January 3rd. Today is, what's the date today? Today is, Monday the 19th, as we're recording this, this opportunity call here with you. In that time, we've seen the team explode to over 350 plus people just in our team alone, not including what Josh has got in his team. And as we grow that together, we're really doing this as a team build. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. I know that the person who introduced Josh, and Josh introduced me, and then I've introduced Leanne and Dale and a few other people as we go, right? So through that introduction, through that referral, we're building this together. The key word here is leverage. Archimedes said, give me a lever and I'll move the world. And this is what we're doing together, right? We're moving our worlds into that financial freedom that we all want to strive for. Well, we're not striving anymore. We've actually got something in our hands here that we can use to arrive to that financial freedom. I know my friend HP, who's actually been over in Dubai at the moment with 4 of our team players there, shaking hands and being in the same room. HP's only been in this just over 9 months, and he's already hit over $1.5 million from the partner program and the bot combined with the revenue that he's been able to make. He just hit Dominion just the other day. So what does that mean? Well, in his team below him, around about 10,000 people since he's been in it in 9 months. He only joined 9 months ago, and he's only put in around about 12 personals total. And then the team has been building underneath him. He's got 25 million trading volume underneath him, which qualifies him for the 10 million qualified level volume. In 3 legs, he's got the rank requirements, so people are hitting some of these lower ranks below him to make sure that we tick that box off. He just got deposited. I saw the transaction. It was deposited straight into his account, into his main balance. A $500,000 bonus. Not only that, few weeks prior to that, he had the 150,000, he had the 100,000, he had the 50,000. So this is where it all starts to go up and starts to get very interesting. But what I like over here on this far right-hand side of the corner is this global profit share pool, right? So, basically once a quarter out of the profit share that's coming into the global pool, that means it's the global pool, we're able to earn a percentage of that gets paid out once a quarter as well. So very, very exciting, very, very simple. One of the easiest comp plans I've ever seen in my life to be able to really go ahead and leverage. Now, as I mentioned, we're using a 3x3 strategy here. Yes, with this comp plan, you can go put all your directs and you can go 100, wide to direct to you if you choose to. That's not the game that we're playing. We're wanting to create a culture here, a culture of generosity, generous with our time, talents, and treasures. You should have been on our last week's strategy call that Josh and I hosted. Josh gave away from his own back pocket 350 USDT. I've already done the same thing with some internal competitions that I've been running for our team as well. And so we're wanting to create that space of generosity, but we're also wanting to create a space where we're all winning together. See, it's fun winning on my own, but when I can win with you and you can win with your people and we all climb the top of the mountain together, we can go a lot further, faster together. So what we're doing is we're going this 3x3 strategy. So the top position, you bring in your loved ones and people who are close to you and you give them your top 3 positions. And then you go and help them go do the same thing, 3x3, infinity levels deep. At the moment, there's actually a giveaway incentive that's running, that's just been launched. where we're able to use this team strategy to go get the volume up, go up towards the leadership. And then we can also qualify to go and be at, say, like an event at the Maldives or an event at Dubai or, something along those lines where we can actually start to win together. So very, very excited about this. You heard Brian Benson talk about this. That could be the next unicorn in this space. I truly believe that it is. I was talking to Josh last week. Brian Benson said he wanted to make 1,000 millionaires. Well, I want to go one better. I feel that we've got the ability here with the leadership that we have, with the culture that we have, with the support that we have, with the product that we have, with it ticks all the boxes. I truly believe that we have everything here in our hands to go make 5,000 millionaires in the next 3 years alone. My only question for you is, do you believe that as well? Do you want to come join that journey with us? Just what if you could be part of that conversation? What if you could be a part of that story? Right now you have a choice. If you're not in with us yet, well, welcome. Thank you very much for saying yes to exploring this opportunity with the person who invited you. I want you to reach out to them and say thank you for, giving me the opportunity to see this with, eyes wide open. But now you have a choice. You can either choose to be a spectator of the story and watch this unfold, or you can go and become part of the story with us. You can go become a part of the chapters that we write out here, and you can go be part of the people who are leveling up. In 2 weeks, in our team alone, we've seen 16 people hit Voyager. I've seen 2 people hit Vanguard. I've hit Vanguard Pro. We've had someone already hit Nexus in just 2 weeks. My question for you is do you want to be a part of that conversation in that story? If your answer is yes, I want you to say thank you to the person who invited you to this conversation. Reach out and ask them for their link to get started, to get their next best spot on their team, and get in where you fit in. Personally, I jumped in at the $1,000 and put my money to work. Now I've gone ahead and put another couple of thousand in because I can see the potential of this as well. So if you can't do 1,000, that's okay. You can get in where you fit in. If you can do more, that's even better, because now you're going to put your money to work, and you're going to be working harder, not working smarter, not harder. So as you can see, very, very excited about this one, very passionate about this one. And I feel that's our responsibility to share this with the world loud and proud. It's not our responsibility to judge people whether they would say yes or no to this. I feel if you're doing that, you're robbing people of the choice to say yes or no. So I want you to go out there and just put this in front of your people, your circle of influence, your friends and family, and give them the respect and give them the opportunity to say yes or no to you. You just never know who you can bring in just by doing that conversation. I've been blown away by people that I put this in front of, and it's ticked all the boxes in the sniff test, and away we go. This has been one of the easiest things that sells itself. We're at the end of the day here in this conversation, for me personally, I'm in the make money online conversation, have been since 2009. This is one of the easiest and simplest processes I've ever seen to go do just that. So are you in? If it is, great, let's go. Let's lock arms. Let's run together. We'll see you on one of our many strategy calls that Josh and myself and the rest of the leadership host. We also host at least 3 power hour calls a day to help you to get up and run and get onboarded and get funded. And, if you're new to the crypto space, great. We've got you covered. If you've got a bit of an understanding in the crypto space, great. We need your knowledge and expertise to come help this community grow. And let's go grow it together. So we'll see you on either one of our 3 power hour calls. They're hosted at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every night, which is New York time for our international friends. And we also going to be hosting these opportunity calls on a regular basis. So watch the updates as they come out. But we've also got plenty of tools and funnels and, everything to help you. So you don't have to be the tool. You can use the tools. Anyhow, Josh, thank you very much for co-hosting this awesome call with me. And it's been an absolute pleasure to be your host and presenter here today. We look forward to seeing you at one of our calls. We look forward to seeing you at one of our events. But more importantly, we look forward to cheering you on and helping you get up and run and win with us. We'll see you on the other side.